This is going to be my reunion recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. When I tell you, every time I say I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, I end up talking about talking points. And, oh, did I say how you doing? How you doing? In honor of Mother Wendy. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button so you can be notified when I upload a video, and share. Be generous. Share the video. And one more time, come into the house. As soon as you come into the house, hit the like button. It's just a nice way of moving the video up into the algorithm so other people can know that I'm here, guys. Just nice little kind gesture. Now, the reason why I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this is because I was thoroughly pissed off. And it's the only way I can explain it. The lies that MISSHELL was able to get away with is astounding to me, really. But anyway, let's get right. And the way people on Twitter have found a way to spin this shit in her favor, again, astounding. So the episode opens up with Gizelle walking out. Who's sitting right here? Not you. Cam, egg all over the face. Things going good at that moment. Oh, okay. Now, also, we can't deny this is the best Gizelle's ever looked. But on the same token, you know, the bar was low. So there you go on there. I mean, the black straight hair, boring like she is. Now, I am literally trying to figure out how she became the face of this show. Is it because of the mess she stirs up? Because the mess, sometimes mess has to have some truth to it. This lady is a liar. See, you know how like with Mia, who's been carrying the show on her back for the last couple of episodes, her lies and her mess has truth ingrained in it. What has Gizelle talked about in reference to herself? See, there I go talking about stuff again. Let me get on to this recap so I can get it over with. Now, Andy isn't here with the its, right? He's already let them know. Y'all need to move forward. He welcomed Aneka to her first reunion. And, you know, it's time to, you know, push the story along. We tired of y'all here. Y'all gave us nothing this season except for this voodoo mess. Too many episodes. And, baby, y'all go talking about other stuff again. But that chicken shit bingo, when they went to Austin, that right there, you could go to chicken shit bingo on your own time, Ashley Darby. Don't bring that mess to the show no more. And don't bring anything else like it to the show no more. Now, the last time we got there, y'all was on that pontoon boat eating those doggone bologna sandwiches. I was already perturbed with that. But here y'all go again with the foolishness. So Andrew turns his attention to Mia. And he says, Mia, what about you and the DJ? And she says, no, Andy, correction. He is a radio personality. And then Candace chimes in and says, get his title correct, Mr. Andrew Cohen. I know, that's right. Get him straight, Mia. He is a radio personality who talks on the mic. And back in the day, that's what they call. And sat in front of a booth, but not in front of a camera. They call those DJs. But okay, girl, radio personality, we'll go with it. Since you did carry the last 2 episodes on your back. Are we prepared to take ownership, ladies? Karen speaks up. Okay. We get it. Andy, yes. I believe in this franchise, and I believe in all that we can do on this franchise. So, but basically, Karen was saying, look. If these helpers don't want to work, I got to save their job for them. I want to work with this same cast. I don't want to reboot. I don't want to be a reboot, and then I'm 60 years old working with a bunch of 20-year-olds. I hear you, Karen. But she didn't say that, but that's what I gathered from her statement. So, left couch, moving on. Get to Miss Hale. Miss Hale is doing what Miss Hale does. I'm looking for the ownership. Basically saying, I'm looking for the ownership from the women who definitely wronged me and my good big sister gorgeous one behavior, because nobody bowed down to me like they supposed to. Okay. So they asked them about why is it, and they asked them about why is, well, these are supposedly an audience question. So, and they asked them, how is it that y'all only get along when y'all talking about the ex? What they asking for? Well, we all do it. We have that in common. Karen, now we know you do it, but are you doing it with Ramona? And so then they ask him, about the swallowing. Swallowed up. Ashley said she's just holding them out till the Lord of the Rings character goes to sleep. Lord of the Rings, aka Schmeagle, aka God, goes to sleep. And my thing is, she probably done sucked that thing dry, so ain't nothing coming out of it. Okay. And then, Mia said she decided she was going to start swallowing up. And Gizelle, put it in her hand. Girl, bye. You don't let some of that stuff slide down your throat. So Karen's question comes up. How come you paused on the number of people you had sex with? Well, I was just trying to make sure that, that I could count the wet dreams. And then Wendy said that, we don't have wet dreams. And yeah, well, I'm with Karen on that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Then, so Robin comes up off her stoop. Because you remember she was in those white sandals on the stoop, like, at the chicken sheet bingo. She comes up off the sidewalk, or should I say sidewalk, and speaks with Giselle's permission. So that means you just can't think of how many people you slept with in the last 5 years. No. That would be one. Settle down. Shut her ass down. So we get to Robin, since she decided that her mama let her speak. So she says, well, it was asked to her, did Juan, having an affair with Keisha, Letitia, Risha, and the lady in the laundry mat, and then the lady. The laundromat lady was the one that looked like Karen, right? And then we got the lady in Canada, who he only was such a good guy for and bought the ticket or the room ticket for, and, just skedaddled with his credit card. Credit card, I would assume that, comes out of the household. I'm just saying, since everything they do is co-mingled. And Robin sits up there and says, well, none of us know what our men are doing. Do we know what our men are doing? No, of course not, Robin. A man is slick and sneaky, and they love to have affairs. But for you to sit up there and look like a fool and act like you don't care, that's the problem. However, Wendy comes in with the 4 degrees and the good knowledge and says, as long as she believes it. hilarious. Robbie, you looked a fool, baby. You looked a damn fool. Period. Does Juan watch the show? No. Did he watch the playback? No. Is Juan coming? No. Ooh. Mm-mm. So her mama throws her a lifeline. And she said, but did it at least bother you that he called the laundromat girl that looks like Karen beautiful? No, no, no. What he was saying is it wouldn't have been a problem had she been unattractive. And then they roll the beautiful bean footage and make us think about what Cherie said about her husband having an affair with booger bears. Baby, as long as it's a warm, wet hole. Had he been down to the laundromat with any person that you deem unattractive, and that includes Schmigel, nobody would have not suspected that he was cheating on you, doofus. I'm just saying. Warm, wet hole. Do y'all know the number of women that were walking around pregnant by the so-called popular guys around here that look like the dust up on the shoe that you wear? As long as they were willing to spread them wide and he can get to the warm, wet hole, then that's all that matters to them. When we gonna get it? They don't discriminate based on looks. Now, they rather have a dime or whatever on the arm so they can show off to the other party. Because that's what men do. They strut you around like a peacock in order to, make themselves look good in the eyes of their boys. Males are super male-centered, right? They don't care what other women think. No. They do things to impress their boy. You remember the song, Shorty is a 10, a 10, a 10, a 10. That song was made to say, hey, I have a 10. Look at my boy. He have a solid 5. I'm just saying. One, did you at least have a problem with one deleting his messages? Of course not. One just don't like clutter. Look at one. Look at one. He's a Susan homemaker, ain't he? Just don't like the clutter. Does he have your password? No, we don't have each other's password because we are in a loveless marriage. So then Candace says, isn't that something? You didn't want us to talk about your situation, but you wanted everybody else to be open and honest. I never said that. Roll it back. Sure you did, fool. Sure you did. And when I say fool, I mean that with the utmost of disgust. Sometimes I can mean like fool, like jokingly. But with this green-eyed demon, I mean it with full blown disgust. I am truly disgusted with that green-eyed demon. Roble. Because, of course, she was waiting on other people to talk about it. Her situation with old girl from Canada. Why would I bring this to the show? Because you demand that other people be open and honest. You were not open and honest about old girl from Canada. Then this heifer give us the impression. I can't make this stuff up. She gives us the impression that Juan was doing this woman a favor for this man. What is it? What is it that, let me just ask this. What is it does this man have on you, girl? Now, if y'all want to talk about voodoo, right? And magical spells, over there. Y'all get that off with. Put it over there on that green ID. And so Karen says, you know, maybe had you gotten ahead of the story, then, you know, it wouldn't have been blown out of proportion like it was. Because that's what I did when Ray had this tax issue. But Robin goes to say, but Karen, it was everywhere. Now, let me just say this, Roblay. I had no idea about Ray's tax issue until Karen brought it to the show and talked about it. Now, you on the other hand, my dear, my phone was ching ching ching-a-ling-a-linging. And this is before I even started doing recaps about one. From TMZ to DMZ to GGZ and all the rest of the Z's. Radio, TV personalities and radio personalities were talking about one in the lady with the credit card receipt. And that's just what Karen said. It was on a credit card receipt. And didn't we see that receipt posted up on all those outlets? Sure we did, girl. Bye. If you don't sit your, well, you already sitting down. Go on somewhere. Oh, you got fired. Great. So Candace asked about how do you feel about Robin being able to pick and choose on what she was saying. She's like, of course it's not fair. And then Robin said, well, I tell everything. Do you? Do you tell about how you talk about Roblay to, the MISSHELL to the bloggers? Oh, man, Gizelle, we talk all the time. Gizelle knows I talked about her. And again, Gizelle backs her up. But in my opinion, Gizelle was surprised. When Candace reached back there and read what Alex Alter had said, yeah, Alex Alter. Let me tell you how I figured out it was Alex Alter. Now, I'm not talking about what his other friends who are YouTubers have said about him or their opinions of him. No. I have investigative skills of my own. I already had tweeted about it. I figured it out when he was the one who said Crunchy Black and laughed at it. Well, somebody else made the tweet. I'm not going to lie on X, okay? He made the tweet. Somebody else made the tweet. He retweeted it and laughed at it about Crunchy Black and Crunchy Blacker. I guess they talking about Candace and Wendy. So I followed Alex. So I saw the retweet and the laugh. And so when Candace was on some show, and I can't remember what it was, she said the blogger that Robin has the relationship with, I also had a relationship with. Then I said, okay, I remember at one time Alex was cool with Candace. Okay, so that's one thing. And then I put it together when she said, and he had the nerve to call me Crunchy Black. I said, Crunchy Black. I know who that blogger is. I follow him. Alex Alter. So it did. I, of course, watched his friends discuss that it was him. But no. I figured it out on my own. That's neither here nor there. Let me just say, Alex going back and forth with Gizelle. Even though they blotted him out, a lot of people still know it was him. So everybody is saying that the props fell flat and that Monique invented it. First of all, Monique, I've already said Monique's binder was full of things that the bloggers who were on her side gave her. Tasha K, Monica. Yeah, I was there on top of things then. That's when I stopped liking Monica's ass and Tasha K's ass, because I saw that they were giving Monique the ability to spin her story before the show had aired. So everybody was to think that Candace had started that fight. And then as I watched it, because of course I was on Monique's side, but when I watched it, because I was on Monique's side from, even though she had backstabbed Candace already at that barnyard, when she first said she was going to drag her pregnant and all, I said, okay, I still like Monique better. And then when I watched that damn season back, after I had listened to those damn blogs, especially Monica's ass, I was like, these motherfuckers lying for her. So in my opinion, the binder fell flat as well because I knew what the words were coming from. They were coming out of Monica's head, not out of Monique's. Had it been original, I probably would have rocked with it. The prop started with Kenya the Twirl Moore. Okay? Don't get it twisted. So, Candace gets emotional like she does when she talks about Robin. Guys, okay, Robin literally had her food with that big sister, little stuff, sister stuff. And Candace, I'm just speaking to you on this, baby. Monique was your first lesson about trusting people on this show. Okay? Monique wanted to belong to the Green Eyed Bandit clique so bad. And plus she Hazel, right? My eyes the same color as theirs are. You remember The Bluest Eye? Have y'all ever read that book? I have blue eyes. I have hazel eyes. I'm just like them. So you didn't have a chance, baby. And even on this show, and even though you tried to prove that Robin talks about Gizelle to Alex, Gizelle is going to stand up there and back her because they're going against you. And baby, when she started asking for the tissue, not the tears. Baby, you sounded like the wicked witch of the East and the West. A demonic, evil spirit came across Giselle's body and possessed her. More voodoo that she tried to put on Winnie. That's what the voodoo is over there on that right couch with them two blue-eyed demons. That's where it is. And then Annie said, okay, that's mean. Yes, Andy, I can be as mean as I want to. I have a great idea. Notice I keep saying blue eyes, green eyes, interchangeable. Whatever. The eyes look foggy and cloggy to me. Okay? I don't know why we as Afro-American associate beauty with anything Eurocentric, but baby, these black dark eyes of mine, now that I know the history behind them and the stories behind them and the science behind them, I don't give a fuck about having no light-skinned eyes, okay? Because these eyes, this darkness is for the sun and protection from the sun. If you're not a sun person, you don't need that same protection, okay? So our facial tones darken, our skin darken, our hair tighten. And why did all these things happen scientifically? To protect us from the UV rays of the sun. Do the light-skinned people have that same protection? No, they sure don't. Praise the melanin. Praise the dark-skinned eyes. Just tell me, have pride in the things that belong to you naturally and stop associating beauty with Eurocentricity. Okay? Damn it, there I go. This damn video should have only been 10 minutes. Y'all talk about how Candace's mouth makes you want to grab her up and snatch her up and, beat her head against the table. Y'all didn't see that green-eyed demon over there laughing at that lady? Nothing. Y'all couldn't see why Candace would want to hop up off that couch and grab her up and just monkey stomp her behind. Baby, couldn't have been me. Don't you laugh at my pain. You can do a lot of things. But when you laughing at me and I'm crying because I'm emotional over a friendship that I, am going to miss, the bond that we made, and you laughing at it, baby, couldn't have been me. Them blue eyes would have been black. If I had got a horse tour, yes, I said horse. Shout out to the Glasspies. My mama's side of the family. Translation, horched, hold of. So, Andy gives Rhop a lifeline. Can you move forward with Candace? She's done too many things. Uh-oh. Here we go. You gone, girl. There it was. That was your lifeline to say, sure, but you didn't do it. So this is what's making me understand why your ass left the show. Blue ID. So he gives her, well, is there anything you want to say about one? Excuse me, but one is my life. One is kind. He is smart. He is beautiful. We are married. We gonna stay together. We gonna stick it out no matter what. That's 28 years. We love our family. But do you love each other, roommates? Y'all marriage is just a glorified roommatation. And I don't know if that's a word or not. Is roommatation a word? But whatever. You know what I'm saying. So we go around the room again, and he gets to Karen, and he asks her, the viewer says she looks fresh and updated. And we know that why her lips are all spread across her face like a joker. And her face is pulled back, skin tight, like Cher's. And that's because she's been up under somebody's table. If your eyes weren't skinned back so far and so tight, you might have been able to see that tree coming when you was drinking and driving. I'm just saying. So Gizelle is, sticking to her guns as she does. And, she talks about the death threats that she received, on Candace's behalf. And Candace is like, how am I to blame for this? How am I to blame for the death threats that you and your children received? Well, it's because of the color of my skin. And the color of my skin has caused me to get these death threats. Now, death threats that, mind you, I follow all Housewives franchises. Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Threads, Instagram, Facebook. I have not one time seen a death threat towards that green-eyed demon. I've seen people say they couldn't stand her. But I have never seen as many things against her than I have Candace. Somebody needs to whoop her ass. Her mouth's too slick. Her mouth is reckless. I can't stand her. Get her off the show. And so Candace replies with, we've all had death threats. Not more than you, darling. You should have just said, have you seen Twitter with my name attached to it? That's what I would have said. Because people, regardless as to what they say, they praise that green-eyed demon in her mean-spiritedness. All because she high yellow with green eyes. And that's what I'm sticking on. I said what I said. And so Ann decides, but Gizelle in this moment and says, well, you did like some of the tweets. So did you engage? And she said, how is that any different than this heifer going on her podcast talking about me and my family? See, this is what Andy gets on my nerves. You're supposed to be a good steward and a referee, but you are not. Okay? Because at that point, you should have brought out contrasts and comparisons for both of them. Liking a tweet is not the same as them going on the podcast and making reference to Mr. Brown Pink over there. Well, I only did it one time. No, Gizelle. You did it more than once. Because I covered it up. Go check that out. When I crossed out reasonably trashy. Call her their podcast reasonably trashy. Go check that out. That's what they did. They tweeted about it. They talked about it. Everything they did at that moment when they found out that lady came out loud, which I still believe down off in my soul and in my spirit, is that they paid that lady to come out and say something about Chris having an affair, because that's the type of cunning shit they do. And Candace was trying to make them see that was unfair, because one really did have a real situation. And that did catch Candace off guard. She's like, well, you know, when Robin asked her about the lip ping thing, and she was like, well, you know, I don't know anything about that. And I mean, the lady was proven to be a lie. And she said, was the penis brown? Oh, so, you know, Candace like, if it wasn't brown, I know it was my white man with the brown pink. Okay. It says, I take full accountability for what I said about her at the reunion. My words were harsh. See, that's how you take accountability. They weren't harsh to me, though. I agree with every word that came out. You sit your white, privileged-looking ass over there and think you can say anything you want to say about people and get away with it. What was wrong with that? Is that a lie? But she did apologize for it. And Gizelle said, well, I changed what I said around. I just said he asked me. Okay, he asked me to go into the room, and I apologize for saying he asked me to go into the room. With all the snarky sarcasm that any living human being can have. Evil. Just evil. And that's why I call her Miss Hell instead of Gizelle. Because that's all she does is keep up hell. So they get on to Karen about her being the fence rider. And she's like, well, you know, that's who I am. I am indeed neutral. And she is. She stands on what she says. So Robin says 3 nice things about her because Anna says you got to, basically. But, you know, at this point, we all know she's fired. Well, she's a good mother. She looks good at any age, and she's quite witty. Yeah, because all that wit lands on you, sis. She tells you up from limb. And so Karen can't really think of anything good to say about Rhop, as I'm pretty sure nobody can. And she said, well, she's a good friend to Gizelle, but nobody else. She's intelligent, which I know she didn't mean that because she said she did this bitch at the table, so which is true. So that must have been something that Karen had to pull out her pinky toe. But overall, she's a nice person. Karen, you could have kept. And she said she was overall a nice person. Is she though? Now, at times, like when the thing first happened with Gizelle and the accusations against Chris, I just knew that they were going to break ranks. But I remember at that barn house at one of Monique's 4 homes, she went against Robin. Robin went against her one time, and she corrected her. I want you to understand, Robin, that we can have each other's back. Cannot have, I put it this way. We can't have each other's back behind closed doors. But once we get in front of that camera, it's 10 toes down for whatever wrong we may do. That's what I gather from it. Because that's what they do. They don't hold each other accountable for any wrongdoings. Like I said, it has to be hard to twist and contort yourself into holding up for wrong. I can't do that. And that's why the millimeters told me up on What About Videos, because I said that it was wrong for them to try to harm Stormy's business just because she got into it with me. And I stand by that. I do. It is what it is. And I think that I'm glad Karen doesn't have to worry about her anymore because she's fired. You're fired, Rhop. But I just think that, you know, for some reason, and I can't remember what it was, and I can't remember, well, I don't think, maybe her kids were too young to be in Jack and Jill. And we know that Gizelle and Karen were Jack and Jill moms. I don't think that Rhop was a Jack and Jill mom, but I definitely know she was a member. and see, that may be where the situation comes in at, or the discord comes in at, because Candace, I believe, was indeed a member. So, but Karen couldn't have been a member because she wasn't raised in the high society. She brought children into the high society. So that may be some of it right there, because I think out of everybody on the stage, the ones that were raised into Jack and Jill, because you do have to have some kind of status to be in it. Let's just keep it real. I think maybe Gizelle was a member in it as a child. Of course, Candace. And, of course, Robin. So, that's the only thing I could think of, because really, technically, other than backing up Gizelle and all bullshit, I can't really understand why she don't have the same vitriol for Gizelle. Other than because they were Jack and Jill moms together. So, I don't know. Looking back over the years and in my head, I can't really think of why. But I love it. Why she so on her? Did she stay on Robin's neck? But I love it. I love it. She gives her what the other girls don't. And that's that on that. So they break for lunch. It's meals time, right? It's time to get it popping. The real stuff. The good stuff. She's in there. She's getting her makeup on. And she misses a bunch of FaceTime from Ink. Right? So Gordon's there. Going, hi, Ink. So I told you they went a throuple now. I tried to tell you. And then Ink is, what's up, my beautiful? How you doing? I Gordon taking her for Ink. Because she missed all these FaceTime misses. Oh, baby, he was just worried about you. They sound a darn fool back there, don't they? And it's weird to look at this because Mia's getting her sets from the good, what his name is, Mr. Ink, and she's getting her foolishness and loyalty from Gordon. There she got the best of both worlds, don't she? Well, men do it all the time. Then we get back to the stage where all drama ensues. So, Mia is, asked about Mr. Ink. We're back on the stage, right? And Wendy drops the bazooka, baby! And she said, oh, don't sleep on Miss Wendy, okay? Well, I don't know what was said exactly, but and this is where I think Mia was wrong, bringing that man around those babies. But Gordon told Happy Eddie that Ink came to the house demanding to take Jeremiah because that was his son. What? Say what now? And does Ink think Jeremiah is his son? Well, yeah, because, I continued to have an affair with him, because, when me and Gordon was engaged, I had an incident, with him because, we high school sweethearts and we've always loved each other. So is the baby his? I really don't know. I don't know. So you saying to me that Ink thinks the baby, Jeremiah, is his son? Yeah, he does. He has every right to think that. But it was only one time. Girl, when I tell you the one time is all it takes. When I tell you I know from personal experience, and not from personal experience from other people, it happened to me. I don't know why it is that men don't understand that that's all it does take. When I tell you it happened to me with my number 2. Because me and children's father, we had gone our separate all the ways. But honey, that one time, right after my little baby was born, my oldest baby, I'm telling my business, but I'm telling you that I know things for a fact. Okay? After my little baby was born, just that one time after she was born, we made another baby. And that's all I'm going to say on that. And with that, I'm going to close. Gonna get good. Second reunion. I have more commentary. Because I don't believe, honestly, I don't believe that, and just saying because, we know that she had the affair for 7 years. I don't believe that Jeremiah is Ink's child. But, hey, we don't know because, Ink could be Gordon's son. So, we can't go by looks, not Kim. With that, I'm going to close. This has been my episode recap of Season 8, Part 1 of the reunion. Come on in, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button so you can be notified. And share the video. And as I do, when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.